This video is brought to you by Saraswati Vidyalaya Union. And hi, this is Prapti. Today we are going to study about the standard 11 chapter, that is 4th chapter, that is Kingdom Animalia. From that Kingdom Animalia we are going to study about the animal classifications. In that animal classification we are going to study about different phylums. In this we are going to study about the phylum Acinelhelminthes. We have already seen other phylums. Now let's study about this phylum Acinelhelminthes. In this phylum Acinelhelminthes, ascus means what? Sac, and helminth means worm. Means the meaning of Acinelhelminthes means what? The animal which is like a sac. Here the second name for the Acinelhelminthes, that is known as the Nemathelminthes. Nemo means what? Thread. Means these animals are like a thread. That's why they are known as the Nemathelminthes. See that in this picture I have shown already how that organisms. Now see, there are the few examples. First one, Ascaris. This is the Ascaris. This Ascaris is also known as a roundworm. Then Wucheria. Here this Wucheria, the full name, or you can say the scientific name of this, that is Wucheria bancrofti. Here this Wucheria is nothing but the filarial worm. And then the next one is there, that is known as the Encyclostoma, that is also known as the hookworm. And one more example that I have shown here, that is known as a Rhabditis. So all these are the example of Acinelhelminthes. Now let's study about the characteristics. These are mostly parasitic. Few forms are free living. Means these are dependent on the others, or few are freely living. Now the second point, body is long, cylindrical, thread-like, circular in cross section. Hence they are called as the roundworms. They are triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, pseudocoelomates, and the body plan is the tube within a tube body plan. Now what is the meaning of triploblastic? Means they are made up of the 3 germ layers. I think so in one of the video I have already explained you all these are the criteria of animal classification. This triploblastic means what? This organism is made up of the 3 germ layers. That's why it is known as the triploblastic. Now which are the 3 germ layers? Ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderms. Means these 3 germ layers are there. Triplo means tri, means 3. 3 germ layers are present. That's why they are known as the triploblastic. Then bilaterally symmetrical means due to the imaginary median plane, this organism divides into the 2 equal parts. That's why it is known as a bilaterally symmetrical. Now pseudocoelomates. Pseudocoelomates means what? That is false body cavity is present. Means there is no exact body cavity in between the body wall. Here I'll show you, in between the body wall and the alimentary canal. So there is few patches are present. Patches of these mesodermal cells are present. That's why it is known as the pseudocoelomate. And here the body plan is how? That is a tube within a tube body plan. Tube within a tube body plan means what? In these there are the 2 different openings are there. First opening, that is the mouth, and the second opening, that is known as the anus. That's why it is known as a tube within the tube body plan. Now here the body is covered by tough and resistant cuticle. Body wall has longitudinal muscles, but there is no circular muscles. Means only like this longitudinal muscles are present. There is no circular muscles. Like this rounded circular muscles are not present. Now here in these animals, the alimentary canal, it is complete with mouth and anus at the opposite sides. As I have already explained you, suppose this is the anus. Okay, at one side here mouth is present and on the other side anus is present. Okay, that's why it is known as the alimentary canal. It is complete with mouth and the anus at the opposite ends. Pharynx is well developed and muscular. Now you can see this excretion takes place by the canals or the gland cells. Here I have shown you. In this Ascaris there is the excretory pore present. These excretory products are eliminated through these excretory pores. You can observe here in this diagram I have already shown. Then nervous system has nerve ring and the nerves. You can observe here this is the nerve ring and here others are nerves. Means this nervous system has nerve ring and the nerves. Animals are unisexual. That means sexes are separate. Means male ascaris and female ascaris are different. Here I have taken the example of ascaris. Now see here, animals like ascaris shows sexual dimorphism. We see that in the human being we can easily identify male and the female. Okay, like that only in the ascaris also there are the particular characteristics are present, and that characteristics are known as the sexual dimorphism. With the help of that characteristics we can easily identify that organism. That's why it is given animals like ascaris shows sexual dimorphism. Now the next one, see here in these pictures I have shown male ascaris and female ascaris. By observing only you can give the distinguishing point between the male ascaris and female ascaris. Remember this one, this is very important for practical also. In the practical for spotting purpose this question can be asked you. Okay, because here remember this one, this ascaris is there, the scientific name, the full name of ascaris is what? That is known as the Ascaris lumbricoides. And these Ascaris lumbricoides which causes the ascariasis. In this male ascaris, female ascaris. By observing only, okay, by observing only you can identify the difference between the male ascaris and the female ascaris. You can observe here this female ascaris. This female ascaris is longer and broader. Okay, and you can observe here the end part of this female ascaris is the straight. Means that is straight posterior end. Now as compared to the female ascaris, if you observe the male ascaris, that male ascaris is shorter and narrower. You can see the difference here and here. This male ascaris is shorter and narrower and has curved posterior end with a pair of penile setae for the copulation. Here there is a penile setae is there. That is very important for the copulation. So this is the distinguishing point between the male and the female ascaris. Here I have given in detail. Female ascaris is longer, male ascaris shorter. Female ascaris broader, male ascaris is narrower. Female ascaris having straight posterior end and male ascaris having curved posterior end with penile setae for the copulation. This is question very, it can be asked you for 1 mark answer question, that is distinguish between the male and female ascaris. Now the next thing, that is fertilization. Here the fertilization process, that is internal, and the development is there. That development may or may not include the larval stage. Means there is absence of the larval stage. So this is the information is related to the Astelhelminthes, and here we have seen the example, that is Ascaris, Wucheria and Cyclostoma. Remember this one, this Ascaris as well as this Wucheria bancrofti, both of these are causes diseases. Okay, that Ascaris causes ascariasis and Wucheria bancrofti, which is known as the filarial worm. So it causes the elephantiasis. This is very important for your practical purpose also. Now the next type of this phylum that we are going to study, that is known as the phylum Annelida. Now let's study about the phylum Annelida. Now here annulus means what? Rings. Means if you observe the body of this organism, it having rings like structure. Now here the examples, Nereis, Perithema, that Perithema is also known as the earthworm, and Hirudinaria, that is also known as the leech. Here in this picture I have shown the examples, Nereis, leech, earthworm. These are the examples for phylum Annelida. Now let's study about the characteristics. Now see that a special region of body, that is clitellum, it is present in the earthworm. You can observe here the body is totally segmented, but here on this region these segments are not present. So this part which is known as the clitellum. Now the next thing, locomotion is there. That locomotion is with the help of longitudinal and circular muscles. Means in this earthworm, this longitudinal and circular muscles are present. And here it is given that locomotory structure like a setae which is present in the earthworm, and parapodia that is in the nares, or suckers that is leech, this structure is present, these locomotory organs are present. I have shown in the next slide about this. See here, I will show you only the setae here. See, in the earthworm, like these setae are present. With the help of this setae, they can move from one region to the another region. Now you can observe here nares. In this nares, see that so many legs are there, that is known as the parapodia. With the help of this parapodia, they can move from one region to the another region. Okay, as well as in the leech. See, this is the example of leech. In the leech, this sucker is present. Okay, so these are known as the locomotory organs in this phylum Annelida. Alimentary canal is complete exchange of gases that takes place through the body wall. Circulatory system is of closed type of circulatory system. See that there are the two types of circulatory system. One is known as the open type and the second one is the closed type. Means what? The blood vessels are present. So that's why it is known as the closed type of circulatory system. There is no body cavity. Okay. So that circulatory system is of closed type of circulatory system. Now see this excretion, means that excretory and osmoregulation, it is carried out with the help of nephridia. See that in the diagrams I have shown, this is the integumentary nephridia, this is the pharyngeal nephridia, this is the forest of integumentary nephridia. So these nephridia playing an important role for the excretion and osmoregulation. Now about the nervous system. See that dissection of the earthworm, it is very easy as compared to the other organism. If you dissected it properly, you can see the nervous system in the cockroach. See that in our body, what is the condition? In our body, that vertebral column is present on the dorsal side. Okay, and heart is located on the ventral side. But in the cockroach body, this nerve cord is there. This nervous system is present on the ventral side, and blood circulatory system present on the dorsal side. That is the difference between the earthworm and the human being. Now this nervous system consists of these nerve ring and the ventral cord. You can observe here. Here I have shown you. Whenever you are dissecting it, so that time it is whitish in structure and it is very delicate organ. Okay, this nervous system which consists of nerve ring and ventral cord. Nerve cord, it is ventral, solid and ganglionated. Ganglionated means what? Like this. Like this, ganglionated, and from these ganglions then the nerves are arising. Okay, now here mostly they are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means what? So in one organism only both the sexes are present. That's why they are known as the hermaphrodite. And few are dioecious, means the sexes are separate. So this is about the phylum Arthropoda.